So when we stand, you and I, over short caskets and small graves and children burned in fires, it isn't always possible to explain
No, sir.
suffering.
Yeah.
It isn't always possible to make people rejoice in that type of agony. I teach people, just survive it.
That's what we have to do.
Just survive it. Don't
Yeah.
try to understand it.
Right, right.
Just survive it.
Yeah.
Because if you survive it, on the other side of it, you're going to see something that makes it, in retrospect, make more sense than it does today.
It does, doesn't it? It does.
Looking back at the rearview mirror, it's not that it was ever a wonderful thing to go through, but had my father not died when he did, I wouldn't be who I am. His death was the birth of my ministry. You see, and the seeds always hint to us that life comes out of death. As the outer encasement corrodes in the ground, the inner life bursts forth.
Yeah.
And everything that dies in you is only so that something else can be born in you.
Yeah, yeah. It occurred to me once that the reason that God can, that He allows us, He permits these seasons of sufferings to come. You refer to this in your book as well, and that is just the intense brevity of this life. It seems like it's going to last forever.
Right.
When I turned 60, which kind of a long time ago now, as I stop and think about it. My 3 daughters and 2 son-in-laws came over for a party, and what I wanted from them for my birthday was 20 minutes of undivided attention. And so they had to listen. I gave them no option. And I took this rope, Bishop, this thick rope that you use to tie up boats, you know, those big, thick.
Yes.
I went down to a store and bought it. And I took the rope and I tied it to a piece of furniture. And then I opened the patio door and I threw it over the balcony as if the rope was disappearing. And I gave each of them a black marker. And I said, pretend that this is my eternal existence. Okay, this is Lucado's eternal existence. You can't see it. It goes on for infinity. And I gave each one of them a marker and I said, now could you indicate my earthly life on this rope? And they're used to me doing these odd things. You know?
Right.
And then they realized, and one of them said, Dad, we can't make the dot tiny enough. It cannot be tiny enough.
Wow.
And we talked in that little devotional about how the Apostle Paul talks about these brief and momentary struggles.
Yeah.
Well, they don't seem like it when we're in the middle.
No, they don't at
But
all.
our Heavenly Father looking on us says, you know, Lucado, you can go through 2 or 3 years of hardship because of the good. Because of the good it's going to give the kingdom and your character. But then also, it's not that long.
No.
It's not that long.
No, it is not.